Jay, the floor is yours to crow about your Montreal Canadiens, the Les Habitants.
Les Habitants. Yeah.
You are Ottawa born and bred?
Yeah, Ottawa born, Montreal bred.
Okay.
Ate a lot of Montreal bread. That's terrible. No. We're Habs fans are in a bit of there's something of an existential crisis because the results are there. We've been winning more than we're losing, but the fashion in which we're winning is incredibly boring. And our current head coach is someone that I'm not a huge fan of. He is he is about to beat Scotty Bowman for most games coached by
Look at that
ever. Which is
there's
like,
people that would like that to not happen.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, now this is a guy that we've had. This is his second tenure with us, Michel Therrien, and I was a season ticket holder during the first era, and it was pretty lean times, and so it all amounts to this conversation that's been happening amongst other Habs fans that I know, and is a win enough, or is it the fashion, or does it matter how you win? And I tend to believe that since it's not politics or combat, since it is entertainment,
technically,
I think a win should be as exciting as possible. And I think people pay a fair bit of money to go see those games or to watch them on TV.
Now, is this a controversial opinion?
No,
at all.
Not at all. I don't think.
Not at all. I love the Canadian essence that you're bringing here. So did you grow up watching Don Cherry? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I mean, he was in
Pretty
the
much?
house. He's sort of persona non grata, though, because Cherry's a Leafs fan who coached the Bruins. So, like, the one thing that those teams have in common is they both hate the Habs. And so I've never liked him. And for me, he's just this... he's
level-headed?
Level-headed, and the onset of senility has only improved his bigotry. He's just a senile old bigot, and I'm not a fan.
Who gets a microphone put on
him. He does in a big way, yeah. And I hate that he's as famous a Canadian as there is.
So now that is a controversial take.
It might be.
Would that be a hot take
not outside of Quebec, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of the country.
Well,
totally
we are outside of Quebec now.
We are indeed.
Jay Baruchel here on the Rich Eisen Show. Do you get to talk much hockey with folks like Rogan and James Franco and
I mean
Hader's on your show, right? Bill Hader's on your show.
I think you know the answer to that.
Fred
question.
Armisen, is Fred Armisen a big?
Absolutely not. No, none of them. There are precious few conversations to be had, except for the fact is we showed our show in Toronto. So I'm in the heart of Leafs Nation. As a Montreal expat, there's no better place to be. Just watching the inevitable collapse of every single Toronto sports franchise. It's the reason I get up in the morning. Let me put it to you this way.
Sure, Jay.
Montreal fans, if you ask them, would you rather the Habs win the Stanley Cup or the Leafs finish dead last, and it was one or the other, I think it'd be 50-50. Like when the Habs had our 100th anniversary, we did this thing called the Centennial Plaza, where you got to buy a brick and get it engraved and blah blah blah. And so I ordered mine. And like a month after I ordered it, I got a call. I said, "Hi Jay, so for the Montreal Canadiens." I'm like, "Oh, cool! Like, yeah, we're calling about the brick you ordered for Centennial Plaza." It's like, "Yeah." They said, "Did you really think we could engrave Toronto on that thing?" I said, "Oh well, you got to give me love for trying." And the guy goes, "Do you really think you're the only one?" so that tells you how petty we are in Montreal. We're celebrating 100 years.
You filled out paperwork, either online or actual paperwork.
Yeah.
Wrote out the F word.
Go Habs, go Toronto, Jay Baruchel.
And sent it in to see if it could fly.
With my credit card number.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's not nice. It's 100th, and we have this beautiful history to share. To draw upon. We have more Stanley Cups. We're the second winningest franchise in global sports history.
Look at us.
Yeah, honestly, I think only the Yankees beat us. And but still, given half a chance, all any of us wanted to say was Montreal.
Jay Baruchel here on the Rich Eisen Show. How did you get involved with Tropic Thunder? that film?
I
mean, how early on in your career? That was pretty early on,
mean,
right?
it was relatively early in the American part of my career, but
Sure.
I'm gonna be 35 in April, and I've been acting since I was 12. And it was literally just an audition. And I remember distinctly that audition because it was at Amblin Entertainment. And as a lifelong Spielberg fan, I was like, holy crap, I'm in his play. 12-year-old me would be very psyched about this. 25-year-old me, whatever I was equally psyched. But I was like, I wonder, there's no way I'm going to see him. There's no way I'm going to see him. And there I am memorizing my lines. And I look outside into this little terrace area, and there he is, looking exactly how you picture him. Beard, glasses, hat, Marty McFly vest, and he was just cleaning up garbage. And I was
What do you mean he was cleaning up garbage?
He was tidying up. He was tidying up.
Spielberg tidies up his own His own terrace?
Apparently at the office. And I was just so like, I don't get starstruck very easy. That one did it to me. That was a big one. That one. And then I read, and then I went to the bathroom, and I walked outside, and Stiller came out and said, "Did you want to come and be in the movie?" And I was like, "Oh, definitely."
That was it?
Yeah.
And that's how you got that gig in
And
Tropic
then it was,
Thunder.
6 months, and it was just like I got to, like every boy plays cops and robbers when they're a kid, right? Or army guys or something, and so it was like doing that. But with like the world's funniest people. And so it like scratched every possible itch. I got to mess about with my AR-15 every single day. I got quite handy at it as well. I might add. We would time each other, see how quickly we could unload and reload the magazine with our eyes closed. And I had the record 4.5 seconds, mind you.
My God, Private Pile, look at you all of a sudden.
But then, like, for all that stuff, it was also like I got to show up and see Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Robert Downey just do their thing every day, and it's just like, not every job is that one.
And then, in addition to Man Seeking Woman, Goon, Last of the Enforcers, that's gonna be your directorial debut.
Indeed.
Sean William Scott, Liev Schreiber.
It's a sequel to Goon. A movie I wrote a couple years ago with Evan Goldberg, and I am so excited about this thing. It's a hell of a flick. It moves so quick. Basically, we wanted to make an old school flick. Used to be a big deal to go out to the movies, and you used to have to be entertained in a bunch of different ways, and it's pricey as hell to go to the movies. And so, you go to see our flick, you'll see some awesome sport, you'll see some great fights. You'll laugh a lot, and you'll be surprised at how much you're moved. We want to give people their money's worth, so we were calling it Ben-Hur meets Trailer Park Boys. The Charlton has to the real Ben-Hur, not the one that came out recently that nobody likes. But but yeah, so it's and what's so cool is like we got all these NHLers, past and present, who have a great affinity for the first flick, and we're very free with their time. And so Michael Del Zotto, Tyler Seguin are both in the flick, and then some of the all-time great enforcers like George Peros, Cole Tenor, George Larac, and they all beat the piss out of each other on camera for us.
Was Ty Domi not available? Or he's just the wrong guy wearing with the wrong sweater? Is that really what happened? You just could not get somebody with the Toronto Maple Leafs sweater?
Truth.
I love it. You are consistent. You are a pure Jay Baruchel.
I wish it wasn't the case, but someone said, we could probably get Ty Domi. I was like, I'm sure.
But did you see my brick that I tried to lay out there?
That's precisely it.
As a matter of fact, that brick was written with Ty Domi in mind.
No, he's as Leafsy as the Leafs get.
I know.
That's like as leafy as you get.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Did you think I'd be able to pull that name out of whatever orifice
Buddy,
I'm sitting on right
very
here?
impressed.
Come on now.
Ty Domi, you guys don't get to see it because you're down here. Sadly, you're missing out on his long-distance commercials that are playing on repeat in Canada all the time.
Okay, you'll have to just shoot it for me and text it my way.
Got it.
Look forward to see Man Seeking Woman tonight on FXX, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, season 3.
Indeed.
Good luck to you on that.
Thanks very much, man.
Thanks for coming on the show, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.